okay? If you can't remember the long one in the book, it's because you haven't tried, okay? So at least do that one. It sets the stage for everything. So, who wants to be Alan? You want to be Alan?
Yeah.
Okay. That is your name, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you do your sync demo, right? The sync demo has the sizzle. Be like, so do you see how this would work? I'm not going to start there. I'm going to start with the price. So the good news, Alan, to do everything you need to do exactly the way it should be done comes to only $52.74. We at Leaf Filter, we have two types of customers. First type of customer is a cash customer, where they just pay for this by check or credit card upon completion. However, because of the amount of volume we do, we have a special relationship with Wells Fargo, where this month you can have a low payment option of just, and I'm not texting anybody, I'm just using my calculator here. You could have a low payment option of just $105 per month. That's at a low fixed rate of 6.9%, and there's no prepayment penalties on this, so you can pay it off at any time. However, if you feel you can pay the project off within a year, we can get you 0% interest. Just to save some time. If you did decide to go forward with the project while I'm here. Once again, just to save your time. Do you like the idea of paying with check or credit card on completion, or do you like one of these options here?
We would just write a check.
Okay. Let me ask you, what's your opinion of the price?
It's higher than I expected.
Before I came out here, before I went through anything with you, how much did you think something like this might be?
A couple $1,000, $2,500.
Okay. Any particular way you came up with that number?
No, that's what I thought. You know, I didn't do any research on it. I just thought that's what it would run.
Okay, just kind of like what you were hoping for?
Yeah.
After I went through everything and you learned about the material we use, that we use pure virgin vinyl, surgical grade stainless steel, that the average job is in between $3,500 and $6,000, and all the prep work involved, like the tightening, the tuning, the cleaning, realigning if necessary. You know, then we put it on top. Once you learned about all that stuff, I'm sure you started to think it was going to be more than you were originally thinking, am I right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, yes.
Yeah, I know. Like twice the price?
Probably about
50% more?
$1,000, $1,500 maybe.
So that's like $3,500. You know, most people with this size project, they think it's going to be right around $3,500, $4,500. I never have anybody say, hey, it's going to be over $5,000.
Right.
So you're really not that far off. Let me ask you, what do you like about the product? What big benefits do you see it having for yourself?
I like that it's no maintenance, and I also like the fact that it's got a your money back guarantee.
Mm-hmm. Anything else? Like, what big benefit do you see it having for yourself?
Put the ladder away. I don't want to climb the roof, climb on that ladder again.
There you go. You know, I ask that question a lot, and those are the three most common answers I get. I get to stay off the ladder, the lifetime warranty, and then just it being maintenance free. You know, there's a lot of ways we could have made the product cheaper or less expensive. We could have used recycled plastic from China, but then we wouldn't be able to warranty it. It would break down, discolor, it could crumble. You know, you'd have to go to China to try to get your money back,
right.
You know. I'm just joking, of course. All the prep work that's involved, we could have taken...
Is that because I'm Asian, you're saying that?
Yes. We could... no, I always say that. I always say because of the trademark. It's in the pitch. So, you know, we could have taken a leaf blower, walked around the perimeter of your house, and just blow everything everywhere, you know, instead of doing the proper clean out. But I'm sure you wouldn't want us cutting corners like that, would you?
No.
The material too, like we could have used, like for the filter, instead of surgical grade stainless steel, we could use like a nylon net like you have on a patio door, or like an aluminum screen, but it would oxidize and patio doors tear. I'm sure you wouldn't want us cutting corners like that, would you?
No.
No. Often they interrupt you here and they're like, yeah, we know your product is the best, but as far as the price goes, can you do a little better? That's a good place to be. So to keep going. You know, when it comes
I get your product's really good. I get it.
You know, over the course of time, too, there's a lot of intangible benefits that are hard to even put a price tag on, Alan. Like, You never need to go on a ladder again. You don't even need to think about cleaning the gutters. Personal safety, like how do you even put a price on that, right? You know, you can afford to go up and down the ladder over and over again for this price, but you can't afford to fall once for that price.
Yeah, my wife doesn't want me on a ladder again.
You know, over the course of time, it only ends up being a few more dollars per month to have our product, the very best product, instead of one of these inferior options that do require maintenance and, as you can see, eventually get replaced. How do you think we get all this stuff? Taking them off houses all the time. Our dumpster behind our shop is like the leaf guard graveyard. Just a pile of stuff we've taken off homes. It's a very common household problem for people. So it sounds like what you're saying is it's not necessarily too much money for our product or your project. It's just a little bit more money than you wanted to pay today, am I right?
Yeah, you're right.
Well, I happen to have some really good news for you. Before I get into that, did you happen to get any type of coupon or anything?
Yeah, I have, I don't know where it's at, but at the fair I got a $250.
$250? Okay, that brings us all the way down to $50.24. Now, this price is good for a year. That coupon doesn't expire, so I'm going to go ahead and lock in the $50.24 until 9/6/2020. I'm going to give you this real nice brochure, and here's my business card. Like I said, this price is good for a year because we love your business at any time. Let me ask you, by any chance, have you seen any of our TV commercials?
I haven't.
Really? We got this big national TV campaign going on right now where we're doing a 15% off limited time promotion. I'd hate to leave here today and have you see that and think I wasn't offering you the best deal possible. So let me just show you what that would be in a separate notebook. Okay, it's clear the notebook is yours, the pages aren't torn off, the pages leave with you. The notebook leaves with you. It's your closing notebook. Get a nice $5 notebook, not a cheap 80-cent one. Okay? He has his bid, he has his price that's good for a year, that's what the marketing department has promised him. He has that. Now I'm figuring out what 15% off would be in this separate notebook. So in the notebook, I'd say $52.74. I make it very clear I'm using this number, not this number. $52.74 times 0.15. Yeah, that 15% would be a savings of $791. Which would bring this package all the way down to $44.83. Let me ask you, Alan, how soon after placing the order, if you decided to, would you hope to get something like this done?
Before the winter hits.
This winter?
Yes.
So soon?
Yes.
Boy, you must be really serious about doing this. You know, I have some people that have me out that say, oh, we're just getting a price, we might do something in 3 to 4 years.
Right.
So you're talking this year, so
Yeah.
you're pretty serious. You know, this might just work for you. If there was a way to save you even more money on the project, would you like to know about it?
Of course.
I was hoping you'd say that. So, you know, just to kind of explain it, it's my job to keep an ongoing flow of orders coming into our office, you know, coming into our factory. We got 27 hard-working local Minnesota installers, and we want to make sure they have one job to do every single day. So with that being said, anybody willing to move their time frame up to now instead of a month, 6 months, or a year from now, as an incentive, we offer an additional 7% preferred customer discount. I'm going to just go ahead and read it to you. Customers that choose to place an immediate order are deemed preferred customers and are eligible for an additional 7% off. As you can see on the bottom, this incentive is only offered during the initial visit.
So about $300. So what about the military discount that I also was told about?
Yeah, I can give you that too. Welcome to Lead Filter. Okay, to speed things along here, what I'm waiting for when I go quiet after giving this additional 7% off is I'm waiting for them to ask me, well, what does that bring it to? That's what I'm waiting for. If they say, does that include the 15%? All I do is nod. I'm waiting for them to say, what does that bring it to? I don't do the math in advance because then I can't bait them to ask me that. So I'm literally waiting for them to say, well, what does that bring it to? And then I'd show them. And then I'd say, so with the savings of over almost 22% on something you told me eventually you're going to do, wouldn't you agree now is the best time to get started? Yes. Now you said you were paying by check. Sometimes I'll take this number after I do the 44.83 and I'll go back into there being two types of customers in my notebook and try closing them on financing. Because here's a lesson. A cash buyer that doesn't buy is not a cash buyer. They're a liar. Okay? You never need to talk somebody into using cash. Okay? A lot of stuff I've learned from these guys. These guys are like, that's my shit, it's my shit, steal my shit, right? Because it works. Okay? At one point 3 years ago, 3 of our reps were in the top 5 in the country. I'm no dummy. I started learning what they were doing and I improved. So let's break there. Let's go grab some food, otherwise the cooks are gonna get mad that we're trying to cook.